all the way real on this podcast today because I am pissed. Robin admitting that she hid her story from the world on the show that pays you is a slap in the face to everyone involved, including the audience. And the fact that you have the audacity to go on your podcast to reveal this. We spent this entire half-assed season with these made-up storylines about Chris Bassett. And yes, I'm gonna say made up because I allegedly was told that a few of the housewives had a meeting before filming about what the storyline was going to be, and that this Chris Bassett stuff was part of that conversation. I've always said there was something off about this season, and now I know what it is. None of y'all are living your real life.
There are moments in reality TV when the screen suddenly feels too small to contain the storm brewing behind it. Moments when fans realize that what they've been watching isn't just entertainment, it's a pressure cooker of secrets, silent battles, and truths waiting to explode. And this time, the blast didn't come from the cast. It came from the man who built the entire machine. Carlos King has finally broken his silence, and what he's revealing about Latisha Scott and Marsau Scott is turning the love and marriage Huntsville world upside down. For months, people have been whispering, pointing fingers, and guessing what's really been going on behind the scenes. But nobody expected Carlos to speak out the way he just did. And the things he said?
Why did she my favorite on the show? Go find her then. Shit, where Tisha at? Tisha getting pampered. Yesterday's her birthday.
Let me check my goddamn.
Right. Because I know I got a private investigator following her little cheating ass. So I'm gonna find out because she wanna. Tisha ain't the kind of person that be sitting there taking that shit. She wanna just get back. She wanna cheat back. So I gotta watch her.
They've left fans stunned, angry, confused, and desperate to understand the truth behind a couple whose name sits at the center of so much chaos. But before we even get into the bombshells, let's be honest, this story didn't start today. It didn't start with a post, an interview, or a shady message. This is the result of years of tension, misunderstandings, shifting loyalties, and a marriage that's been pulled apart and stitched back together right in front of millions of viewers, while a producer tried to hold the entire show together.
Past is in the rearview mirror of your life. If you look at where you want to go, look at the windshield.
Latisha and Marsau Scott had been part of Love and Marriage Huntsville since the start. In the early days, fans loved them for being the couple that looked grounded. They seemed steady, strong, and focused. Marsau had that calm confidence people either admired or side-eyed, and Latisha appeared dedicated to her home, her marriage, and her family. On the surface, they looked like the stable pair among a cast full of storms. But like reality TV has taught us again and again, what looks stable can be hiding the deepest cracks.
Some raindrops, come here. What did you say to me?
We love him.
You love me?
You gave us some good reality TV.
I
Yes.
know, because in real life, people love me.
Yes, we do.
Y'all can't believe everything y'all hear about on social media.
Nope.
I'm out here doing my big one, and in real life, people love me. So I love you too.
When the show began digging into Marsau's alleged infidelity, everything changed. Suddenly, the couple that kept it together became the couple everyone questioned. Rumors started spreading. Conversations behind closed doors became storylines. Tension that once lived only in whispers became part of the show's heartbeat. And while Latisha tried to protect her image and her marriage, the world was watching a different version unfold. Every time she defended Marsau, people doubted her.
Carlos, newly single.
Yes.
Have you tried women?
I've never been with a woman before.
They're all right.
Are you for real?
Have you tried this one? She's
like a bad job.
Have you tried this one?
So wait, so you think the missing piece of my life is maybe I should start dating women just to see how it is?
I think that if you date women and you see how it is, Carlos, I think you might just like it. I think you might get delivered.
Every time Marsau dismissed the rumors, fans felt he wasn't telling the full truth. It became exhausting, emotional, and deeply personal, but it also became good TV. That's the part nobody wants to admit. And through all of this, Carlos King was the man in the middle, the producer, the storyteller, the one who carried the responsibility of shaping the show without destroying the people on it. But the more time passed, the more Latisha's frustration grew. She felt targeted, she felt misunderstood, she felt like the show was pushing her into a corner she never asked for. And when she recently took to social media with those not-so-subtle posts aimed directly at Carlos, it confirmed something fans had been sensing for months. The tension wasn't just between cast members, it was between Latisha Scott and the producer himself. Her posts suggested manipulation, favoritism, sneaky editing, and hidden intentions. She hinted at having receipts. She implied that Carlos was shaping the narrative in a way that hurt her family. Even without names, everyone knew exactly who she meant. And the moment those posts went live, the fanbase split down the middle. But here's the twist. Out of nowhere, Carlos King finally decided to respond. And he didn't run from the fire. He walked straight into it. He didn't sit in a long interview. He didn't drop a full statement. He didn't go on a rant. Instead, he did what Carlos does best. He spoke in a way that forced people to think. The truth doesn't need defending, he posted, but sometimes it needs to be reminded. That single sentence shook social media. People immediately started connecting dots. Was he saying Latisha's version of the story wasn't accurate? Was he subtly calling her out without naming her the same way she did him? Was he preparing to expose something bigger? Fans were buzzing, and before anyone could process the first message, he dropped another. Reality TV is reality. We don't create the drama, we capture it. That line hit like a slap. Because if Carlos was standing firm in that belief, then he was sending a very bold message. The issues between Latisha and Marsau weren't manufactured. They weren't tightened, twisted, or exaggerated by producers. They were real. They came from the couple themselves. And that statement made people look at Latisha in a whole new light. And just when the internet started to calm down, Carlos posted the most eyebrow-raising message of all. Everybody loves reality TV until the reality is about them. That one line flipped the entire conversation again. According to him, Latisha wasn't upset because anything unfair was done. She was upset because the truth, her truth, their truth, didn't look flattering on camera. But here's where the drama gets even deeper. Because after that, Carlos dropped a question that changed everything. What's really going on? He didn't accuse her, he didn't expose any secrets, but by asking that question, he opened the floodgates. Suddenly, fans were wondering if Latisha's posts were a distraction. Was she pulling attention away from something bigger happening in her marriage, her family, or her relationships with the cast? Was there an issue she didn't want people to dig into? Was she feeling pressure from viewers, from Marsau, from producers, from herself? Carlos didn't answer. He didn't have to. He allowed fans to come to their own conclusions. And while the internet tried to decode every line Carlos posted, one truth became clear. This wasn't just a misunderstanding. This was a fracture that had been forming for a long time. Fans who support Latisha believe she finally reached her breaking point. They say she's tired of defending her marriage on TV while also being framed as the woman who refuses to see the truth. They say she's tired of being compared to other women on the show, tired of Marsau's jokes that sometimes come across as dismissive, tired of being the one who looks emotional while Marsau stays calm and collected. They believe she wasn't trying to start drama, she was trying to protect herself and her family. But fans who support Carlos feel completely different. They say he has no reason to lie, that he built an empire on real moments, not scripted ones. They say Latisha knew exactly what she signed up for, that she was fine with the drama when it was happening to other people, that she only started calling out producers when the spotlight shifted toward her and Marsau. To them, Carlos is simply reminding her that she can't blame the show for things that came from her own life. Then there's the group sitting in the middle, the fans who think both sides are hiding something. They believe Carlos might be protecting the show's reputation. They believe Latisha might be protecting her marriage. They believe Marsau might be keeping quiet because he knows the moment he opens his mouth, everything could explode. They believe the creators and the cast have been running on tension for too long, and this is the moment when everything finally cracked in public. And honestly, they might be right. Because when Carlos King speaks, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows how fans will react, he knows which questions will keep people talking, and he knows when to reveal just enough to shake the room without burning the house down. But the emotional impact of this drama hits deeper than fans realize. For Latisha, this wasn't just a storyline. These were real doubts, real fears, and real insecurities becoming entertainment for millions. Imagine watching people dissect your marriage, judging every reaction, laughing at your pain, questioning your intelligence, your loyalty, your strength. Imagine carrying the weight of your family's reputation while trying to stay composed on camera. That pressure changes people. It isolates them. It makes them protect themselves in ways that sometimes come off harsh or defensive. And for Marsau, the pressure looked different. For years, he's been labeled the husband who's hiding something, the husband who jokes too much, the husband who never gives a straight answer, the husband who doesn't look worried, even when everyone else is. When viewers think you're guilty before you even speak, it's suffocating. And whether he's innocent or not, that kind of scrutiny eventually wears a person down. But the person people forget about most is Carlos. He's the one who has to balance the storytelling with the humanity. He's the one who has to choose what makes it to air without destroying the people who trusted him with their lives. He's the one who has to make decisions that fans will judge for months, while cast members question his intentions. And when he finally spoke out, you could hear the frustration in every word, the frustration of a man who has been blamed for things he didn't create. So where does this story go now? What nobody expected was that Carlos's comments would open the door to a much bigger conversation within the cast. Some members are quietly taking sides. Others are staying silent because they don't want to get caught in the crossfire. A few are watching closely, waiting to see who slips first. And producers, the ones fans rarely think about, are scrambling behind the scenes, trying to keep the show steady while everyone else is picking it apart. The impact of this drama is huge. It affects filming. It affects trust. It affects relationships that took years to build. And most of all, it affects the future of one of the most talked about couples on the show. Because now fans are wondering, is Latisha going to stand her ground? Is she preparing to expose something? Is Marsau going to speak up? Or are they going to retreat, rebuild, and come back stronger? And on the other side, is Carlos done? Or is this just the beginning of a truth he's been holding on to for a long time? One thing is certain. This situation has changed the energy of the entire series. It's no longer just about the rumors, the shade, the housewives drama, or the business conflicts. Now it's about trust. Now it's about loyalty. Now it's about who's telling the truth when nobody's watching. But here's the most powerful part of all of this. The truth always finds its way out. Carlos didn't drag anyone. He didn't expose any private messages. He didn't air out any dirty secrets. Instead, he opened the door just enough for fans to see that there is more happening behind the scenes than anyone realizes. Latisha didn't sit down and confess anything. She didn't break down on camera. She didn't backtrack. She made it clear she feels wronged, misunderstood, and misrepresented. She's standing firmly in her truth, at least the truth she believes. Marsau hasn't said much, but silence speaks too. It makes people question. It makes people wonder what he knows, what he's protecting, and what he's preparing for. And fans? They're sitting on the edge of their seats because this isn't the kind of drama that dies down quietly. This is the kind that grows. This is the kind that changes a show. This is the kind that forces everyone involved to face the truth, whether they want to or not. So here's how it all ends, for now. When a cast member calls out a producer, the entire foundation of a reality show shakes. When a producer calls out a cast member right back, the cracks become impossible to ignore. Carlos King didn't expose Latisha and Marsau, he exposed a conversation that's been happening behind the scenes for years. A conversation about trust, fairness, relationships, and the cost of putting your life on camera. Whatever truth he's holding, whatever truth Latisha is hinting at, and whatever truth Marsau refuses to speak, all of it is leading to a moment when everything will finally come out. Maybe that moment will happen on camera. Maybe it'll happen off camera. Maybe someone will finally tell the whole story. Or maybe the truth will slip out the same way it always does, in the quiet moments when nobody is trying to prove a point. But one thing is for sure, this isn't over. Not even close.